できん。
縦だじゃん。
Good morning. Thank you for coming to our senior service today. It's November 24th. We will now begin with invocation led by Reverend Tapan. Page 3.
Please open the page 3 invocation. Page 3 invocation. Amida Buddha, the awakened one, the compassionate one. We ask for your guidance on these happy days. Lead us from the darkness of routine and from all bitterness of heart to a peaceful place of compassion and wisdom. Grant us the strength and abiding consciousness to work together harmoniously in our temple and our community. Help us to always remember that life is one, and therefore that all living things coexist and are interconnected, and that your infinite light of compassion shine upon the heart of everyone. Namaste, Namaste, Namaste.
Vandana Tisarana, page 5. Page 6. Golden chain, page 8, reading together. I am a link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends my happiness or misery. May every link in Amida Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Eightfold Path, page 9. The Buddha teaches us that we may become pure and holy by following the rules he laid down for us. Let us repeat them and also remember at all times what they mean. First, right understanding. Let us learn and try to understand the truth. Second, right purpose. Let us try always to do what is right. Third, right speech. Let us be truthful and kind in all we say. Fourth, right conduct. Let us try to behave ourselves at all times. Fifth, right livelihood. Let us earn our living in a way which will not harm anyone. Sixth, right endeavor. Let us constantly try to become better. Seven, right thought. Let us cherish our thoughts because our words and our actions arise from our thoughts. 8. Right meditation. Let us think often of Amida Buddha and repeat the sacred name, Namo Buddhist. May the sacred presence of Amida, who said he would abide in his teaching, be our guide. May we follow his glorious example and tread with unfaltering steps this noble path until we too shall attain enlightenment. Namo Buddhist.
Page 24, in praise of the Buddha's life, Shoyaki. The infinite life of Amida Buddha illuminated the 10 directions of the world, and all who call upon his name shall be received and never abandoned. Devoted call of Amida Buddha's name, name to switch it. Please operate your business. Namyo
Page 25, Egan, Mary, transference for the deceased. Dedicating Mary through the chanting of scriptural passages and the calling of Amida Buddha's name is an important practice in Jodo. This is a time to offer our prayers to our ancestors and beloved ones, as well as to remember them with gratitude for all they have done for us. May we aspire to live fruitful, peaceful life, while sending our thoughts to those who are not with us in this world. Let us now offer our prayers so that everyone will be released from suffering and be born into Amida Buddha's pure land of happiness. 英会教for November 24th.
万日将来そして国民大切登山11月24日英会指導の志す頃の少々令は新人の接種がつらい章より1924年の王女にありし日の俗名つら鉄を交換随縁同時の霊追善増上大まためがくれ新人の接種が北川義子より1943年の王女にありし日の俗名北川米蔵上陽後年小新前時の霊追善増上もないまたねがくは新人の接種は田本サムより1996年の王女にありし日の俗名田本勇栄養有年神事の霊追善増上無大真ん中枠は新人の接種は中川前年栄より1985年の王女にありし日の俗名中川倉慶陽上年妙法大師の霊追善増上大真ん中枠は新人の接種は中川ジェイン年より1985年の王女にありし日の俗名中川倉慶陽上年妙法大師の霊追善増上大またねがくは登山男神等各系先祖代々先王首相霊追善増上大
to achieve birth in the pure land of peace and bliss. Please put your hands together in the show and recite Nam Nam Dam 10 times together. Tosho Yuden Nam Ami Dam Ami Dam Good morning, and thank you very much for coming to our Sunday service. Yesterday was November 23rd is actually Japanese holiday. It's called Kinro Kanshanoki. It's a Labor Day and Thanksgiving combined together. And also Japan, they don't celebrate Kanshasa or Thanksgiving. However, yesterday, Kinro Kanshanoki, the Labor Day Thanksgiving, is considered to be the Thanksgiving in Japan. And originally, Labor Day was called Ninamesai. The Ninamesai is a ceremony to give thanks, appreciation to the various gods in Japan for the harvest in autumn. And so it is a day to give appreciation to many blessings we receive every day. But Japan, we don't eat turkey. So anyway, I'm very surprised. It's already November, end of November, and the Thanksgiving is coming so close. And today, I'd like to talk about Q&A. And Q&A is, of course, question and answer. And this is very important. Every time we have a lecture or a symposium or a seminar, we have a time for question and answer. Because by having this, we can deepen our understanding and we can organize our thoughts and ideas. So it's a big difference whether we have Q&A or not. So every big event, seminar, symposium, lecture, we do have question and answer. This is very good. So what is Q&A is, of course, question and answer is a form of dialogue in which questions and answers are exchanged on a particular topic or issue. In the context of Japanese literature and philosophy, a Q&A often takes the form of a dialogue where a question is posed and the answer is given in a way that aims to deepen understanding or provide insight into a specific subject. So this is about questions. So whether in Japan, question answer is the meaning, this is a meaning. And so question and answer is used across various fields such as philosophy, religion, law and education, and its purpose includes deepening understanding. Through questioning, people can engage in deeper thinking, gradually discovering the answer. Number 2, organizing thoughts. Q&A helps to clarify and structure one's ideas. And number 3, gaining insights through dialogue. By exchanging questions and answers, participants can discover different perspectives or new ways of thinking. So this is very good. Although we have questions, but by hearing other people's questions, we are sometimes enlightened or inspired by the totally different perspectives. And in Japan, the question and answer is called mondo. So mondo literally means actually same thing, asking what is question, and do is an answer. So question and answer. So mondo is exactly question and answer. And this, mondo style are very particularly famous in the Buddhist scriptures and sutras. So we have 84,000 of the Buddhist teaching, and there's so many volumes of the Buddhist scripture, but many Buddhist scripture consist of many human beings. So one of the examples, our Amida Sutra is one of the triple sutras in the Pure Land Buddhism. There are actually many questions and answers included in the Amida Sutra. The number one question is, Shariputra, do you know why that land is called Archimedes? So this question is in the Amida Sutra. So the answer, Amida Buddha, the Shakyamuni Buddha answer. The sentient beings, they have no suffering and experience only bliss. For that reason, it is called Archimedes. So Amida, Buddha's pure land, is called Jodo, and in Sanskrit, Skavati. And Skavati is actually the place of happiness, ultimate happiness. That is the Jodo that we are born after our passing. So this is why it is called ultimate bliss. Is because we receive nothing but ultimate bliss, nothing but pleasure, no suffering at all. That's why the Shakyamuni Buddha explained it's called ultimate bliss. Then Shariputra is one of the great disciples of the Buddha. Why do you suppose this Buddha is called Amida? Why do we call Amida? And the Amida is a Sanskrit word, means immeasurable. You cannot measure. So you may not be familiar with Amida, the word Amida, but Amida can be Mida is actually measure in English. So Amida, is none. So non-measure is immeasurable. So this Buddha's radiant light is immeasurable, and it illuminates the world of the 10 directions without hindrances. So because Amida Buddha light is immeasurable, that you cannot measure so infinite, that's why we call Amida, which means the immeasurable Buddha. So this question and answer are written in the Amida Sutra. By the way, Amida Sutra, one of the triple Pure Land Sutras, is very dramatic and interesting. I think this is one of my favorite sutras. And Shakyamuni Buddha preached in front of the 1,200 people, disciples. And they are all great arahats, they are great disciples. Each one is respected as highly as a Buddha. So in front of so many great arahats, the Buddha preaches, talking about how wonderful Amida Buddha is and pure land is. So this is all about Amida Sutra. So this is consists of question and answer. By the way, speaking of Mondo, the word Zen Mondo is especially famous, Zen Mondo. So speaking of Zen, we always imagine that question and answer by the master and student. And Zen Mondo is a form of question and answer dialogue between a Zen master and a student, used as part of Zen training. The purpose of this Mondo is not to gain intellectual knowledge, but to break through conventional thinking and lead a practitioner toward awakening or direct realization. So the purpose is not our logical question and answer. The Zen master tried to give us completely different perspectives. And it's beyond the question and answer. That is what Zen Mondo is intended. And Zen Mondo is called koan. And one of the very famous koan is Kushibusho. Kushibusho is one of the very famous Zen Mondo. Does a dog have Buddha nature or not? Does a Buddha and does a dog have a Buddha nature or not? While Buddhism teaches that all beings have Buddha nature. Does a dog have Buddha nature or not? And then Master Zaoju said, no. He just said no. And what does it mean? While Buddhism teaches that, we all have already been at Buddha nature. But he said, dog has no Buddha nature. Master said no. This actually means that existence or non-existence is merely a judgment made by human, while Buddha nature is an eternal, unchanging truth that is not subject to such judgment. So this is whether Buddha nature or not our judgment. Dog, they don't think Buddha nature, right? They never think of Buddha nature, but because it's transcending our judgment. So Buddha wanted to teach that the Master Zaoju said, it's beyond our judgment. It's supposed to be beyond our nature. So no need to think about whether they are a Buddha nature. No. So sometimes this koan teaches to be free from being attached to the concept of existence or non-existence, and to simply devote ourselves wholeheartedly to practice. So we always think, but the Master said, do not think, you just practice. What is important is we practice towards the enlightenment. No need to think about it. So the Zen Mondo or koan give us completely new perspective, beyond our judgment. So that is the Zen Mondo or koan. And our Master Hone, the Jodo, founder of Jodo, is very good at, also Christian answer. And 145箇条本道 is one of the very famous question and answer. So this is translated as 145 question answer articles by Foundation. Or another translation says dialogue on 145 topics. So on this, question and answer, Foundation, answer towards a different kind of questions. And this, 145 topics are listed in the Wabo Toroku is actually one of the Kurodari Shorin Boroku. It's a collection of what Honen Shorin said. So after Honen Shorin passed away, about 70 years passed, and one of the disciples of Ryoju Shorin, the third founder, Ryoju Shorin, so Doko Shorin collected, what Honen Shorin said, what really Honen Shorin said, and he actually combined together and compiled and made Takinonji Gokajo Mondo. And this was fortunately translated in English by Dr. George Atone, who is a bishop of Jodo, North America, and also Miss Yoko Hayashi. Yoko-san father was a minister, Reverend Hayashi. He was a minister at Koroa, Japan. So they made the translation and now it's available. And so today I'd like to introduce a few of the questions and answers. This is most popular. Is the consumption of Japanese sake wrong? Is it okay to drink? Also Buddhism teaches that do not drink. But one of the students asked Honen, is it okay to drink? Is it wrong to drink sake? And the answer is, rightfully, we should not drink wine, but it seems to be a custom of present day. It cannot be helped. So Honen said, it can be helped. This is kono yodo narai, although shouldn't, but cannot be helped. That's our Honen. So Honen was very compassionate on the simple people. Also Buddhism teaches that do not drink sake. But of course, you can drink sake, and sometimes drink is called medicine. So in old days, the priest drink sake, and you drink sake? No, it's not sake. It's a medicine I'm drinking. That happened, all days. Yeah. So the medicine, But you can drink, but the important thing is that you cannot drink. You can drink, but shouldn't drink. That is, I think, very important. So this is one of the most popular, famous Christian answer by foundation. And the number two, people say that a newborn baby is impure for the first 100 days, and that it is not right to take the baby to a Buddhist temple or a Shinto shrine. This is the question. So this question is, almost 800 years ago. So nowadays, what baby is impure, we don't actually, it's hard to imagine that baby is impure. But at that time, baby was considered to be impure. And it's not, that's why this question was made to the foundation. And why, baby is not pure, not pure? It's because, do you know how to call a baby in Japanese? Baby is called akachan. Akachan, in Japanese, akachan. And why akachan? It's because when you see a newborn baby, the baby look like red. The body look like red. And that's why it's called akachan. Yeah. So I know you are red. But, this is what we call akachan. So what is the red mean? Red means blood. And that we actually don't like. So that's why akachan, why it looks like red. It's not good to bring temple or shrine. That is in all this custom. But foundation is the impurity of a newborn baby for the first 100 days does not matter. It doesn't matter actually. And impurity is not limited the baby actually, who is physically soiled. Others are unclean as well. So others are actually unclean as well. Not only akachan, so it doesn't matter what foundation answer in the question. So I think this is great that in all days, the people try to follow the custom that you should take the baby to the temple for the first 100 days, but foundation, it doesn't matter. And we actually are not clean, not pure. So that's, I think, what foundation intended. And then question number 11. It is told that if we observe the 1 million recitation of Denbutsu 100 times, one will be assured of the attainment of birth in the pure life. What happens if one does not live long enough to do so many repetitions? So at that time, people believe that if you do the 1 million repetition of Denbutsu 100 times, you are assured to be born in the pure life. But the question said, what if we cannot, live long to enough to repeat, and actually, 1 million times, 100 times is how many times? It's actually very difficult. Sounds very difficult to achieve. But foundation is this is a mistaken notion. This too is a mistaken notion. Reciting 1 million Denbutsu 100 times, we are sure birth in the pure life. So will 10 repetitions, so will even a single utterance of Denbutsu. So actually, even 10 times, even one time, only one, Namamida, if you are very sincere and believe in the birth in the pure life, you made it, you can make it, So actually, this is how we can believe, we have a faith, is matter, not numbers of the Denbutsu. Also, foundation, himself, he decided many times in a day. However, this is because he deepened his faith and his custom and his routine to recite Denbutsu. But for others, numbers doesn't matter. Even one time, if sincerely, believe in the birth in the pure life, even one time is possible. So that is our foundation teaching. And this is number one out of the 145 questions. In the renovation of a aged temple and Buddhist monuments, is it necessary to have a veneration ceremony consisting of making offerings? And audition answer. Such a service is not always necessary, but neither is it a bad idea. The act is meritorious, but its omission is not particularly negative or harmful. So, audition says that this kind of question are not always necessary. Not always. However, the act of making donation is very meritorious. He said, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. So that means that allow more people and wide understanding. And the act is meritorious, but its omission is not particularly negative. So that's what the audition said. And so I just introduced a few of the 145 question and answer, but this is you can see honestly how compassionate and tolerant he had, and so through the question and answer we can actually deepen our understanding of Jodo and teaching of Jodo. So once again, thank you very much for coming. I'd like to recite Namah 10 times together. 如来大慈愛無念度生十年ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダナムアミダブOkay, page 10, benediction,
Page 10, benediction. Amida Buddha surrounded all man and all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Particularly the she sent forth loving soul to those in the suffering and sorrow, to those in doubt and ignorance, to those who are striving to attain truth, and to those who are standing close to the great change called death. Amida Buddha sent forth ocean of wisdom, mercy, and love.
Okay, this concludes Sunday studies. From 11 o'clock we have evaluation programs by the meeting, recap meeting, and then next week, Sunday, December 1st, we have Hawaii Buddhist Council morning service at Nichiren Show, Hawaii, from 9:30. So we are carpooling to get there. So if you want live, please come by 8:30. We leave here 8:30 over here for the Nichiren Show. Okay, thanks very much. Katie san, can you, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Katie Tamashiro. She can pray for us during your, before the meeting.
Question.
Yeah, it's over.
頑張ってありがとうございます。Thank you very much. Thank you.